Hey, how's everyone doing? I'm gonna wait for Amanda is gonna join me in a minute. Looks like Amanda's here. Hey, we're gonna be doing some bike related crafts today. Stay tuned. All right, Amanda, I just invited you in. Hey,
How's it going, Kayla?
good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good.
Happy Tuesday tour evening.
Yeah, happy Tuesday tour.
You. Um, can you see the little craft table I've got set up here at all?
I can see, yeah, I can see the bottom of it.
Okay. Well, I think this will have to do, and I'll just hold it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, bike crafts, right?
Yeah. Here, I'll put my, I've got a little thing I'll try to attach in here while you talk.
Okay. Cool. I'm excited to talk about bicycle parts. And one of the things that we were really drawn to was using old bicycle tires for really simple decoration. This is only going to be about 15, 20 minutes. We'll see how long it ends. But really simple, something that anybody can do at home with most of the things you already have from home, which is really cool. And so, Kayla, I see you have a bicycle tire. I have two, but mine's a little bit different. As you can maybe see, it's rusty. Uh, it's pretty small, maybe like an old kid's type something. I got at a thrift store a long time ago, but this is gonna work for me, and it's cool to see you have a looking at like a slightly newer one, um, so we can have different styles and sizes. Ooh, what you
Yeah.
got?
So this wheel was was actually a little bit warped, so we had to replace it on an old bike. Um, but bike wheels just look cool, so it's been sitting in our garage because we haven't been wanting to get rid of it.
Nice.
Um, and now I'm gonna turn it into a little light wreath art decoration.
Excited. All right, so for these bike wheels do look so cool. We don't want to actually cover up the entire wheel when we're making a wreath because part of having a bike wheel is you still get to see part of it. But you can do it, you can cover the wheel as much or as little as you want, but a kind of a cool shape, like almost like that crescent moon that's sort of like dripping over. That makes sense. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect or anything like that. It's up to you and like how it aesthetically looks to you. But if you're trying to like visualize a shape, keep that in mind. I think that's like a pretty half moon, crescent moon, kind of like dripping. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, and Amanda, when you and I were looking at inspiration too, we just Google image searched for, bike wheel wreaths.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of really cool ideas you can get on how to make like a wreath arrangement from a bike wheel.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's so many great ideas. Um, there's so many different materials that you can use. And again, most things like a lot of people tend to have maybe a drawer or something of things that they're not necessarily using, but they're not necessarily wanting to throw or rather give them away. And that is the perfect place to go when looking for craft supplies to make an art project. I pulled out a few things that I happen to have in my little art space. Um, One thing, I've got a little basket of like old ornaments and things like that. I'm not going to make a holiday wreath today, but I just wanted to show you. These are all from thrift stores or ornaments that I don't use. Really easy to make with the bicycle tire as well. An old pom-pom that you can even like put like ornament to like soften it a little bit, so you don't just have a very like hard object and a hard object. It'll probably stick, but it might be harder to glue. Just something to keep in mind. Let's see, we've got fabric. Kayla, do you want to share some of what you have, and I'll come back to mine in a second.
Yeah, so I've got just some fake flowers that I've had for quite a while. Some of my favorite colors. I really like yellow and white and blue purple flowers together. So I thought I could put these on here. But I've also got this old lei too, that, you know, might look kind of cheap, but it's actually significant to me because my brother got married in Hawaii, and this is the lei that they gave me at their wedding. So I thought it might be a cool thing to put into this bike wreath too.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And then I've got some strings of lights. I really love lighting, so I've got two different kinds of, well, this one needs to be plugged in, but this one's battery powered. And then I've got some other ones. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, but these are like a wire lighting. And these are actually rechargeable, which are really cool. They can flash too. So I'm excited to play with that light. And then, and then I have some old CDs.
Those are great.
You know, are just not being used anymore. They've been in my storage. But, you know, like the back sides of them look pretty cool. Like this one's blue and silver. And so I thought maybe I could integrate these, or maybe even have them like hanging off of the bottom, like a dream catcher or something. And then I've just got some different colored ribbons as well that I thought I could play with as well. Like weaving it into the spokes. And bells. I also have a bunch of bells.
Bells, nice.
Thought that could be fun. And then I also brought just a stack of zip ties that I have to attach things onto the wheel, so that I can move things around if I want to and don't have to necessarily glue everything into place right away.
That's a smart idea. I love it. And I'm just going to show some of the other things I pulled out just like as options. I have an idea, I think, of what I'd like to do today, which I'll show in a minute. But things like this are often like super cheap at even like thrift stores after holidays, and they're really lightweight. Those are great for wreaths. Same with like little things like this are kind of tangled, but you can actually make these really easily just by grabbing a bunch of yarn and like folding it in half, tying a string around it, and then puffing it out from there. Let's see, I also pulled out some battery operated lights, things like painted gourds, random other painted fake flowers, fake grapes. I just like collect little things for art here and there. Seashells, if you wanted to have, you know, something kind of themed maybe around that, or it doesn't have to be themed. Little bird's nest. And then I think what I'm going to use today is I have collected I think these are like old fake potpourri something or others, but I just think they're really pretty, and I like that they kind of go with this like darker rusted brown color, and then have some real what do you call this, like corn husk things?
Yeah.
Which I love, and I've got some more over here, as well as fake flowers I pulled out as well. But I'm gonna go with the hot glue gun today. Zip ties is a really good idea, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna make it permanent and glue it on. And really, like, hot glue is on stuff like this isn't actually that permanent. It'll hold, but if you really need to rip it off, you can. So something to keep in mind. Fabric, different story, depending on, but usually it's a little more permanent. So just keep that in mind when you're using hot glue. And if any kids are watching, hot glue is named hot glue for a reason. So the tip is going to be very hot. Don't touch it. And if you touch the hot glue right after you put it on something, it's also going to be really hot. If you get it on your hands, go like this right away. Try to get it off, because the longer you leave it on there, the more likely it's going to give you a little bit of a blister. That's, again, kids or adults who haven't worked with hot glue before, it's always a good reminder that it got its name for a really good reason. So
Definitely.
and I still need to remind myself sometimes. So yeah, I'll get so excited and I'll touch it right after I put it on there and like, right, hot glue. Should we get started?
Yeah.
Hey, it's like maybe, oh, are we putting the lei on first?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Hey, do you have like, if my phone, I'm just gonna keep touching it so it doesn't turn off on me. That's what I'm doing there. But do you have like an artistic first step in your process with things like this?
Yeah, I mean, we talked a little bit yesterday about what we might do, and I was thinking about some ideas, and so, um, you know, I really like music. Both me and my boyfriend love bikes and music, so I thought that these could be fun to integrate somehow, and do a little bit of a music theme. And then I was talking with Jesse about, we both actually used to use old CDs to like decorate, by like weaving like ribbons or string through them.
Oh,
So
cool.
I thought I might do something like that where I don't have a lot of big stuff, but I have a lot of like long stuff. So not just these ribbons, but then I also found just like this blue string or this brightly colored string that I could just kind of weave in to the spokes in like a whole wheel. Just kind of give it some color. So that's what I'm thinking, but I'm kind of just gonna play it by ear.
That's a great idea. I think that'll look really pretty. And that might go past our time tonight, but that's a really good thing to bring up, because you have basically a loom right there ready made in the bicycle wheel, which is so cool. And so, as I think I can see you doing now, like for weaving, you just go over, under, over, under. You tie it off at the beginning, and then you go over, under, over, under, over, under. And then your next row, you're going to do the opposite. So where you went under, then you're going to go over. When you went over, you're going to go under. And keep alternating. And that's how you weave. Isn't that great? It's so
cool.
Oh, I love that you're doing that with the bicycle wheel. That's so cool. I started hot gluing. And I start like kind of smush things together a little bit and then like hold it up to a place I think looks good, and then kind of just go from there and add on and can tweak it and things like that. I think I'm going for like a kind of natural aesthetic, like just a happenstance look, you know, like subtly well done, hopefully very well done.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get one round done and see what I'm thinking about this.
That's another good thing to do too, is for yours, if you have a hot glue gun, I know you have one, but if you don't, that's a great way you can still make a wreath without a hot glue gun.
Yeah, I've also got these just little tiny clothespins. So I'm going to use a combination of those and the zip ties. And probably won't use any glue today.
I happen to love tiny clothespins. I think they're really cute.
They're very cute.
I found one yesterday as I was looking through things for today. Happened to have been covered in hot glue, so I don't remember what project in the past I had used it for, but I decided not to use it. And able to come off still. That's fine. Okay, I like where this is going so far. I like this, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the grasses look nice on that like rustic wheel.
I do too. Thanks.
Natural.
Yeah, I like it. It kind of reminds me of like hair right now too, which I dig. I don't think it's gonna stay like that as I put more things on, but let's feel to it. It's like coming up on the season too, which is appropriate. Yeah.
Right. Could totally make Halloween wreath.
Ooh, yeah.
Wheel.
Spider web type things. There's so many different directions you could take it in with the Halloween themed wreath. Happen to love.
For a winter wreath too, if anyone wants to do one like that, I've made my own wreaths in the past, and I just will cut a branch off of my juniper tree out in the front yard and use that to put on a wreath.
That's brilliant.
It's a good, easy, cheap way to decorate.
So save all your bicycle wheels, all of your, so then you can make tons of wreaths.
Yeah, then you don't need to buy a wreath.
They're like $50.
Yeah.
For like a good sized one. So really is in your benefit for multiple reasons. So just make your own. It's so fun. It's like personalized to you, like you know how you mentioned with the and by you and Jesse like music. So you're adding music to yours. That rocks. It should be, in my opinion, a reflection of what tastes are, what we like, our experiences, and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And also, it's so fun.
Definitely.
Let's see. We've got like little cottonwood fluffy, but they're fake, but they look real. They're real.
Nice.
I didn't collect them from a cottonwood tree, but maybe somebody else I found them. Mm-hmm.
So I got one rotation
Nice.
of the weave done. Started on the outside.
I like it. And you could even weave your lights in too if that was the direction you wanted to take it.
That's what I was thinking too. And if anyone's doing something similar to this, I realized, you know, how the spokes, if you look at it from the side, are kind of on either direction. You want to make that work for you, otherwise the ribbon's just going to fall into the center with the tension. So it goes, whichever one is further out, that's where it goes over on the outside, and then on the other side. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard to demonstrate. So it's not going through just the middle. It's actually like holding itself on with the spokes on each side. If that makes sense.
That's a good piece of advice. Because I've definitely done weaving before on different materials where I didn't realize that until I had done quite a few rotations of it. And I realized I had to start over, and it wasn't a big deal, but still, good to save yourself some time if you can.
I'm going to start the second one, but I'm going to start it on the same spoke that I started this one, so that when I maybe put the flowers on at the end, I can cover up all of my ends in one spot and not have them all over the wreath.
That's very smart.
Hopefully that'll be a good plan.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Consolidating all of the little knots into one area, so you're not forced to put flowers, cover them up in different areas. You do that just by choice. That's aesthetically what you want.
Right.
Necessity. Good idea.
I'm going to use this blue string next because I think it'll give some nice color, maybe not just white and silver here.
Love our Tuesday tours.
What was that?
Our Tuesday tours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's fun. And I'm happy we're making art. Even more fun. They're all fun. All of the themes we do.
Yeah. If anyone's following along with us, definitely send us a picture what you're making or type in the chat box other ideas of what you've made with bike parts or old recycled crafts.
Definitely. I think that's such thing to do really at all times of year, but especially like as we're moving into fall and then winter, and it's in our benefit to stay at home more these days anyway. To look around and see what we have at home that we can repurpose rather than always, looking to buy new things. It's really good and fun to be environmentally sustainable as much as we can. There really are so many opportunities to use what we have or find creative minds or juices flowing. There's really just so many. They're all
Yeah, there's a lot of creative things you can do just with found materials.
really. And like this stuff isn't even found like at a store, actually, but well, maybe not. But this is like something you could put outside. Great. And like in fall, excuse me, as so many things start to rot from the summer going into winter, there's like a spot where everything is like just dried and preserved. Especially things like grasses, like ideal time to go and like collect a bunch. Pictures of it. But anywho, it's just a really great time to.
Yeah. A lot of things that you can find around and out in nature. I thought about even just picking some fresh flowers. What a mess. Your audio is cutting out a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
What you said, it was just cutting out.
Oh, well, I think I'll post a picture of mine on Instagram.
When it's finished.
A little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Just so we're. I have no idea what time we're at, but just knowing how I tend to work, it's like a little bit like I've got so far. This is not actually glued on, but like a name of like kind of like thumbnail or scheme. Probably gonna add some more like go outside and look for some branches when I'm done.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely got more work to do on this too, but
I
this is
love
about
it,
where I am. This is a light chain that I just weaved into here. And then I was thinking I'll probably
cool.
maybe down here at the bottom put in the flowers. Maybe like the bouquet off of here. That's kind of what I'm thinking for this one.
Okay.
something
I
like
love
that.
it. I can't wait to see a picture.
I wish I could plug it
That's
in.
great.
I should have used the different lights, but I don't have an outlet right here. Oh, you know what? I do have one right here. Second. So,
This case the battery goes out the low. But in case it goes out, it's great to make a craft with you. And check
yeah. There you go. There's with the lights.
Oh, I love it. Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, thanks for making the craft. What was that?
Likewise. Oh, I was saying I'll add some lights on mine too, just because that was really pretty. I really like how that looks.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
To share pictures. Awesome.
Yeah, we'll post our pictures of where we get to. Cool.
Absolutely. And I hope to see other people's pictures as well of that they've made with old bicycle wheels or other parts. There's lots of good options. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see your creativity.
Likewise.
Cool.
I love it already. Awesome. Have a great night. Happy crafting.
Thanks, you too, Amanda. Have a great night. Thanks for joining. This has been a Tuesday tour. Bye.
Woo!